Hey there everyone, how's it going? Today I'm going to be showing you how to build this, which is an Overworld Enderman farm. So the concept behind this is pretty simple. Endermen have a little more health than most other mobs. So as a result, you can drop them further and they'll survive a little bit of a further fall, which is what I've got here. So a simple mob farm up there. I'll show you how to build it in a second. And then I believe they fall, I want to say 48.5 blocks. I'll double check that number later, but it's just the right amount of height where you can kill all the Endermen with one hit, even if you aren't using a sword. Then beneath everything here, I have a system of hoppers collecting all the drops, and then that right there filters out all the ender pearls and puts them into here. Alright, so and then of course the reason that you would want to gather them up down here instead of just have them die instantly with all the other mobs is that now you can use a looting sword on them. So this has two advantages over the typical Enderman farm, which is one, it's much safer to build. I mean, you could pretty much build it anywhere in the overworld, and secondly, a lot of survival servers regularly reset the end, so this would be a good way to build a one-time farm to get ender pearls. So anyways, here's the actual spawning chambers. Let me just destroy a little bit of this here. So the way they work is that there's tripwire in here, so whenever a mob is occupying the tripwire, those floors will move back and forth. That is not my shifting floor design. I'll have to double check whose it is, just to make sure I give them credit. But anyways, you can build this thing up to 20 layers high before it's out of the spawn area around the player. Obviously that's extremely high and you would probably never actually build it that high, but just building it 5 layers high or so would be more than enough to get you a good amount of ender pearls. And then this little ring right here just keeps the mobs from flying all over the place as they drop. And there is more than a 2 high gap in here, but all the 2 high mobs are falling too fast to move into it, so you don't have to worry about them getting stuck. Well, so that's the basics of how this thing works, so let's build it. Okay, so what we're going to start out with is a 12 by 2 floor, so 12 long. It's 12 because that's the maximum number of blocks a piston can push. Anyways, make sure those half slabs are on the upper half of the block, not the lower half, so upper half of the block, and then you're going to place down 2 regular pistons facing inward, like so. One of the sides will have the pistons facing directly on the half slabs, and the other side will have them one away. In fact, I'm going to make it so that this side has the pistons that are one away, just so that this design's lining up with that one, so I don't screw myself up. So 2 pistons 1 block away from the half slabs, and then 2 normal pistons directly on the half slabs. Alright, then we're going to come down here with some more half slabs or solid blocks, either will work right here. I'm going to place down some comparators and get out a hopper. I guess I'll put the tripwire away. Alright, so now we're going to set up 2 pairs of hoppers facing into each other, so like that. Make sure both of them are facing into each other. And then on top of them, place down 2 sticky pistons with redstone blocks, like so. And then blocks on top of the sticky pistons with redstone dust on top. The redstone dust isn't necessary, but what that does is it makes it so that these 2 floors will always be synced. Originally I did that so spiders could fall through the floor as well, but after testing I found out that spiders can't spawn in this design. But anyways, going on, it still is nice just to have them there to avoid this thing clogging up or glitching. But anyways, so once you have that, that's it for that side. The tripwire hooks go there. The other side is going to have a similar design, but not exactly the same. On this side we're going to have 3 comparators instead of just 1. Mainly so that but the pistons aren't trying to push at the same time, so now they're actually alternating back and forth. Alright, so do the same thing, like so. Get out your sticky pistons, there and there, redstone blocks, solid blocks there, redstone dust, and then tripwire hooks. And then what I suggest you do next is go ahead and put a wall on, go ahead and put a wall on either side of this platform, and I believe the wall is going to be 4 high, at least for now. It'll obviously get higher as you build it up, but so 4 high wall all the way around. Just let me do that a sec off camera. Right, so there's our 4 high wall, so 3 blocks above the platform there, and then the top layer has to have little rims there and there just to stop the vines from spreading. But anyways, next we're going to put the actual string in for the tripwire. And I find that the easiest way to place it down and make sure you hit all the blocks is to aim at the upper half of these blocks in the middle here, and then just walk sideways. And then yeah, if you manage to put the tripwire in all the spots, then this thing will become flat. And then make sure you put a block in each of these in all the little hopper clocks down here, because I forgot that in the first half. Oh, and then by the way, just before I forget, I said I wanted to give credit to the person that came up with this moving floors design. I really couldn't find just one person. This design has been done by so many people, it's pretty much impossible to tell who came up with it first. But anyways, so put those items down there. Then, oh, well, looks like it's working. I'll go ahead and put the rest of the string in off camera. But next, what you're going to want to do next is get some vines. I'd have to double check this, but I'm pretty sure you can get them with a silk touch or shears or something like that. Anyway, so then just put those in on the block above the tripwire, like so. What these do is they stop all the the Endermen specifically, from taking fall damage as they go through each of the layers. Because we need all the Endermen to be at full health when they fall from the bottom here. But anyway, so I'll go ahead and finish up this layer, and then I'll show you how to cover it up like so that it's dark inside even at daytime. Right, so I went ahead and put a second layer on top here. So there should be 3.5 blocks of space between each layer, so it should, just to make sure you get everything lined up correctly, it should go half slabs, air block, tripwire blocks, vines, and then half slabs again. Right, so just let me close this back up. Then put the vine back right there. And then as you can see, it's working, so easiest way to test it, just stand in the tripwire. Should move the floor back and forth, but anyways. Next, I'm going to show you guys how to set up the little vine system on the bottom here. So to do that, you're going to want to build all the sides down another 3 blocks from your lowest layer. Like so. I'll do this off camera a sec. Alright, so you should have something that looks like this, and then go all the way around and put down 2 layers of vines. It'd work pretty well with 1 layer, so I mean, vines can be a pain to collect, I guess, but every now and then a mob will make it through and still have some of its fall damage from, or falling momentum, I guess, from earlier, so 2 vines just guarantees that none of them, well, that all of them are at the same speed when they fall. But anyways, once you have 2 layers of vines, and then put some wind buttons beneath them just so that the vines don't go down any further. Do that on both sides like so. And there you go. So that's that. And next what we want to do is cover this all up so that it can still run during the day. Right, so that just pretty much means putting half slabs around every block that can let light through. So that's a lot of blocks. So let's see, we're going to need half slabs here. Actually no, we don't need half slabs there. We're going to put half slabs on top of the pistons. And then these half slabs you want to make sure are on the lower half of the block, just so that no more mobs can spawn on top of them. So I'm going to have that and that. I'm going to go around to this side, put half slabs on like so. Some more half slabs there, and then you should see it get darker the more and more you do this. Let's see. Slabs there, there, and there, down there, and right there. So light's still getting in. Where's light getting in from? Hold up. Let's just double check this over here a second. Oh, it looks like I put, oh, okay, I put blocks there and there. So, yeah, there we go. Alright, and that also means that, okay, never mind, you don't need these, so sorry about that little bug there. But anyway, so that's what you're going to do, put half slabs on top of the comparators and pistons, and then on the sides of the tripwire hooks. The other side's smaller, so this one should go a lot faster. Yep, just like that, that, and that, and then there and there. And if it's dark inside, you did it right. And then you also want to put half slabs on top of the redstone blocks, and then on top of one further out than the redstone blocks, just because the redstone blocks extend when a mob is inside the spawning area. And in all the testing I've done, I've had a few mobs actually spawn on the redstone blocks when they're extended. So that just slightly reduces the efficiency of your farm. But and then for the part of your build that's like the highest up, so the tallest or the uppermost layer, you're going to want to cover literally everything in half slabs. So half slabs on all this. You're going to want to put half slabs on top of this for a roof as well. So like this, so that keeps out light. And then again, the reason we're putting half slabs on top of everything is just so that nothing can spawn. Well, on the outside, that is. And then do the same thing for this tripwire where we put half slabs on the sides, and then here you also have to put the half slabs on top as well. So like that and that. I'm going to put them here and right there. Okay, I just have one more thing to do. Sorry this is taking so long. There. There, and oop. And there. Alright, so this is what your thing should look like when it's all half slabbed up. So hopefully you were keeping track of all the half slabs I was putting down as I put them down, just to make sure everything's covered up. But anyways, that's that. So next we'll be working on the collection system and the falling area. So earlier I said that the amount of, or the fall height that the Endermen need to take is 48.5 blocks. That's wrong, so don't use that. It should be 42.5. So the way you measure that, or at least the way I'm measuring that, this probably isn't the most accurate way, but I placed a block at the same level as the buttons. So if you built this the same way as me, you can do this. But then I stood on top of it, took the height, so it's at 64 right now, and then 22.5 blocks lower is where you build your half slab. So the coordinates where I am right now should be 22.5 less than where I was there, which is right. 21.5 plus 22.5 is 64. Anyway, so this is where your mobs are going to be landing. Now, to make sure they don't like move to the side or anything while they're falling, you're going to want to build rings around the fall area like I did over there. So to do that, I start up at the top here and place a ring one block beneath the buttons, and then after that there's 2 blocks between all the half slabs, or I guess 2.5. So 2.5 all the way down, and then once you get to 3 blocks above the half slabs here, you're going to place 2 sets of half slabs like this. This one is so that the Enderman can't get out, and this one is so stuff can't spawn. So because all these half slabs are on the lower half of the block, nothing will be able to spawn on them. So I'll build these in a sec, and then we'll finish it up by making the ender pearl filter down there. Alright, so all the rings are in, and then I went ahead and made a little ring of solid blocks around the bottom platform here. And then out from this is where you'd make, I don't know, whatever room you would want to be around this area. But anyways, so now we're going to make the collection system. So I'm just going to put 2 droppers there. Those are just temporary. And then go beneath the platform here and just place hoppers like so. So that there's hoppers beneath all the half slabs that are in the fall area. Alright, so like this. Oop. Yeah, nope. And then, so now these will collect all the items. Hoppers can pick up items through half slabs. And what we need to do now is filter out all the ender pearls. So the way we're going to make a filter here is put down 2 temporary blocks, and then 2 hoppers like that. Actually, the next temporary block will go right there. And we're going to have hoppers facing into it like that. Actually, have this go one further so that we have 3 hoppers facing that way. But anyways, so you should have that kind of set up. And now what we're going to do is put blocks behind these. in this kind of configuration. It's kind of a weird shape. And then you can have half slabs or solid blocks on the bottom. Right, then in here we're going to have repeater, redstone dust, comparator, and then a comparator. Alright, so now in these hoppers, we need to put just the right amount of ender pearls and normal items. So let me just double check what I have over here to make sure I don't screw you guys up. So, alright, so it looks like 1 ender pearl and 18 other items. So 1 ender pearl there, and then, wait, what? Oh, sorry, forgot the most important part of this filter, which is redstone torches down there. Sorry about that little mishap, but then, so ender pearl right there, then 4 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, and 5 blocks. Alright, so then just to give it a test, you can put an ender pearl through here, and the ender pearl should end up down here, and then this one's still in there. Alright, then do the same thing in this one. And there you go, so that's the basic filter. Then to bring it up to the surface here, I'll just put a chest down above it. So these are all droppers. And now the way I'm going to power this is just with a little clock. So, like that. So I'm going to put redstone dust there. And then, how did I do this over here? Sorry, I actually waited a long time after designing this to do the tutorial. So, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so for those of you that saw the original video I put out about this, for those of you that don't know, I actually put out a video explaining the concept behind this, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And sorry, I just took way too long to get around to the tutorial, so sorry about that, you guys, since I know a lot of you have been waiting for a while. If you have actually been paying attention to my videos, but so here's how you make the clock. Dust there, torch there, repeater there, 2 ticks facing into that block, and then dust there, and then it should start running. So let's just toss in some items to all these, and we should get the normal items ending up in one of these 2 hoppers or droppers, and then the ender pearls end up in here. Alright, there we go, so it seems to be working. Where's the normal items? I did toss in a sack of iron into here, didn't I? Oh, right. Okay, little piece of advice. Make sure that whatever items you're using right here for your filter are not mob drops of any kind, or else it will get screwed up, like I just happened to demonstrate for you guys. Sorry. Sorry about that. Well, if anything, you guys just learned from my mistake. And then the output from these hoppers right here, so these top 2 hoppers, is going to be all the other mob drops besides ender pearls. So you can hook those up how you want. I'm not going to explain how I did it over here, just because you guys can do what you want with that. I just have the same kind of clock over here, so it goes into dispensers and then goes into a little chest hopper system like that. And as you can see, you get a lot of stuff. I think this was from like a little over an hour of testing. Actually, maybe even less than that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Found the idea of Overworld Enderman farm useful. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later with another video. Okay, bye-bye.